India celebrates 69th Army Day. Hello and welcome to this very special program. We are bringing to you right here Brigadier G.B. Reddy on this very special episode. Moving on to his achievements, Ati Vishishtak Seva Medal for his excellent contribution of Nagaland in 1971 war for gallantry and Chief of Army Staff Commendation Medal, highly qualified officer having attended National Defence College and CDM programs and Commandant Staff College in Canada, author of 7 books and prolific writer on variety issues. Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, lady.
Lovely to see you here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir. So, I would like to start with a basic question. What prompted you to join Indian Armed Forces?
We were 7 children. My father, on return from Britain, always felt, after watching the Coldstream Guards in action, that one of his child must join the Indian Army and serve the nation. Since I was a physically tough child, the choice fell on me and I very gladly accepted it. In fact, Indian Army has provided a lot of adventure which I could have never got elsewhere in the country. Moreover, today whatever I am, it's all due to Indian Army's contribution.
So, how's the life in Indian Armed Forces?
Indian Armed Forces provide an excellent quality of life. In fact, today, the best of facilities are available for the Indian Armed Forces. If anyone has if there are any shortfalls, the failure would be the responsibility for the failure would be that of the command and not that of the government.
What's the significance of Indian Army Day?
The significance of the Indian Army is simple. It provides excellent opportunities to lead a healthy and disciplined way of life, which is today lacking elsewhere in the country. It also provides a lot of adventure. Things like working in high altitude and terrestrial areas are not easily available to others in India. Even while working in high risk environments, which are really challenging, the experience that one gains is something remarkable.
Yes, sir. So, we are in fact emerging from the shadows of major terror strikes. I want to ask you one question, that is, are you fully satisfied with the operations of Pathankot and all?
It's unfair to say that I am fully satisfied with the operations that were done in Pathankot. In fact, the failures at local level is responsible for allowing the terrorists to enter the perimeter of Pathankot Air Base. Since I know the Pathankot Air Base and its layout fairly well, all I would say is the security that was provided around the Pathankot Air Base was totally inadequate. In today's high technology age, you will agree with me, the perimeter should have been wired with electronic security measures, which were not there. Sensors should have been installed at various places. Unfortunately, even CCTV cameras should have been installed at various points and centrally controlled from the control room. Unfortunately, they were all found lacking.
Uri has happened, Pathankot has happened, Nagrota has happened. What are the things that led to these, the deficiencies that led to these attacks?
The deficiencies that led to these attacks, in my humble view, is basically due to inefficient security measures. Complacency sets in over a period of time. had served in the headquarters of Nakrota for 3 years. There is no justification for the main road access from Jammu to Udhampur to run through the army cantonment. They should have shifted the road access towards the east across the river Jammu Tavi and diverted all the traffic to go on that alternate axis. Long ago they should have done it.
But they didn't do yet.
They haven't done it. Every single person has access to Corps headquarters, right on the road, bang on the roadside.
These days we heard of surgical strikes everywhere. So we intended to achieve something and we believed we achieved something so far in these attacks. But do you believe that even in future something like this might be a possibility?
Let me first highlight 2 issues to you. This surgical strike has been approved by the government at the highest level. And it was in the full knowledge of everyone of the channel. The surgical strike was launched based on detailed and accurate information or intelligence available. So the credit must go not only to the troops which executed the operation without suffering any casualties, but also the credit should go to the highest decision-making authority to launch the surgical strike. As a result of this surgical strike, a stern message was sent to Pakistan to desist from undertaking terrorist strikes against our administrative bases like Uri.
Sir, surgical strikes, is it challenging for army?
Surgical strikes is very challenging. In my views, surgical strikes by ground troops is extremely challenging and highly risky ventures. In my view, like what the Americans do, we should also resort to such surgical strikes by employment of high-tech drones. Remember, the US have employed their drones to eliminate all their terrorist leaders from Afghanistan operating in the off-pack border. My question is, why not we employ a drone or artillery suppressive fires or missiles to strike at Hafiz Muhammad?
You know, there is 7th Pay Commission that has come up, right? And like the veterans are not getting what they actually wanted. At one level, it is something like it's an issue of honor between the veterans and the people and the serving personnel in army, as well as versus civilian counterparts, civilian bureaucrats, I should say. And how do you restore the sense of honor and pride which they seek, the veterans?
This is a very controversial issue. Remember, when the British left us, army was on a higher precedence. The chief of army staff used to be sitting next to the prime minister. Today, I don't know where he sits. In the degree of precedence, the army's image has been lowered, armed forces image has been lowered substantially.
So this is the first time in CVR News Channel, a brigadier featuring on the show. Thank you so much, sir. It's a double honor for us to have you right here.
You are welcome. I hope I have come up to your expectations.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us. Thank you.